Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we currently have some repairs to do. I mean, we're not going to wait all the way until the ice ferret is done, I don't think. We're just going to tick forward a little bit here, get our pilots back, and call that good. Let's make sure that we don't need to do anything else. I don't think we need to. We barely took any damage in the last episode. It was super duper easy. A little bit too easy, in fact. A little too easy indeed. So I guess we'll take a look at some of these. I mean, this is all kind of bad, right? Like, this isn't particularly great for us. I suppose we could check our navigation and see if we've got anything nearby. What are you? Being raided by pirates. Okay. That's not really what we're interested in. What we're really interested in is flashpoints like this. Requires heavy tonnage. Oh my, okay. We probably can't do that one just yet. Well, let's just go ahead and do the training that we can do right now, and I guess we're just going to run something that will hopefully get us some additional cash. We're a little bit on the low side on the cash front. Not terribly, but a little bit low. And yeah, we're good to go. So let's go ahead and run, I guess. This one technically has the most cash available. We're probably not going to run it. Actually, it's one priority salvage for about 200k. We could run it just straight down the middle. And I think that's what we're going to do. So let's see what we've got available here. Yeah, this all looks completely fine. We should have absolutely no problem with this. Yeah, I know we have some unused tonnage. That's completely okay. Fingers crossed that we run into something that we can salvage pretty easily, considering we've only got the 2 priority salvage. That would need to be something that we've already got 3+ parts for. But we do have several heavies in that category already. So we'll see what we run into. Hopefully it'll be something kind of big, but in all honesty, I doubt it. I was hoping that getting that Salamander would boost us up in terms of our rating, but it doesn't appear to. And I mean, we're using it as an artillery platform, right? It's potentially going to be more useful if we use it like an in-close MRM-40 boat or something like that, but we don't have MRM-40s right now, and I'd also kind of like to protect it. It's kind of our only assault mech, so we need to destroy the enemy forces. A Davian leader has fallen behind on payments for their armored vehicles, and our leasing agent has been unable to repossess the heavily armored vehicles. Okay, so they are sending us to go get them. There's a bonus for destroying their escorts.
Command
Sounds good.
Initiated.
Okay, we've been contracted to attack this area here. I like landing up on this ridge. I feel like this is a decent landing site. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually a little concerned about not being able to move this mech. Which mech is that?
Well, this is
That one's the Salamander. If that one is unmovable, that's okay.
I feel a tremor. Like there's creatures living beneath the surface.
Okay.
Who fights
So
in a place like
they've
this?
definitely got some mechs. That's a good sign. Whoa. Whoa, did you see that? They fired like simultaneously. Okay, well that was exciting. So we don't yet know what these are. They move very early. They move very, very early. Okay, so we're going to reserve here and let this guy move. Yeah, that's like a commando type guy. No worries there. Okay, that's like a locust.
I've got eyes on
Yep.
hostile reinforcements. They're heading your way.
We expected that. If I'm done sneezing. Yes, I believe I am. Fantastic.
Ready for
We're
order.
going to move forward here, and we're going to position here.
Copy that.
Now, our hit odds aren't going to be the greatest because this is, of course, round 1. We're going to fire on this commando with the Midran, and we're going to use precision ammo to boost our odds there. Structure exposure on it. Not bad. So, we do know that there's at least 2 lances of them. Not the biggest of deals. They move quite early in the phase. We're going to send our Snub-Nosed Wolverine over here, and it's going to deal with this commando. We shouldn't have a problem with that. Next round, we should be able to kill this commando if we don't get the hits we need here. Yeah, okay. That'll be fine. Our Salamander is going to step forward here, and the question is, do we... That's a Valk too? Okay. That's a Hadur, that's an Ostrock there. Not terrible. I feel like we fire on the Valk 2 here and hope to get some splash damage. We don't fire the X-Pulse, and we fire in standard direct mode. And let's see what we get from splash damage. Not bad. Not bad at all. So they have a mover out there that we don't see. There he is. Interesting, a light PPC. Okay.
Standing by.
So our long-range Centurion is going to position here, and I think we're going to follow up on that Valk too. We made it unsteady, so we should have very, very solid hit odds on it. And yeah, that is indeed the case. So we're going to do this. Looks like we barely scratched it, but we'll light it up here. That definitely did a good amount of damage.
Orders.
Our Chameleon is going to move in over here, avoiding the flames.
Position confirmed.
And we're going to engage probably this Ostrock, most likely. Actually, our hit odds are slightly better on the Valk.
Roger.
We only got the one hit there. But that's fine.
Yeah.
Our Wolverine is going to move up and continue to hit that Valkyrie. Light him up.
Here we go.
Yeah, that Valk can't take too much more of this.
I'm here.
The Hunchy is going to step forward, not, I think, here, but instead here. And we're going to fire our LRMs on that Valk. We're going for a knockdown on it right now.
The shot.
There we go. Fantastic. So that's a very solid knockdown. Next round, the Ostrock will move. We'll see what it does here. It moves in. Fires on our Chameleon. That's a lot of medium pulse lasers.
I'm under heavy fire.
His heat level built up a little bit there.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Our Wolverine is going to continue to move in over here. We're going to keep out of LOS, and we're going to fire on this commando. This will overheat us, so I think we accept that. Yeah, I think we accept that.
You betcha.
And that's a dead commando. Excellent.
Stay down.
And our overheat is fine.
You could fry
Great.
an egg in here.
Phase 21, they are going to move up with their Owens, most likely. If they move here, that would be hilarious, but I kind of doubt they will. Now, that's an interesting position to move. I don't think that we can really do too much about that.
Good to go.
Our long-range Centurion is going to pretty much stay where it's... Actually, this is our Midran Centurion. Our Midran Centurion is going to move out over here.
Got it.
And I'm thinking that we fire directly on that Ostrock. Light him up.
Copy that.
Some decent damage to him. That's great. A structure exposure there. And they're going to move up with their Osiris, and not that we care about that. So that moves on in. Fires on the Chameleon. It does get 50 damage out, I suppose. Okay.
Waiting for
The Chameleon is going to probably make its way in over this way. Do we go for the melee? Or do we instead go for the flank on it? I think we go for the flank.
Let's move.
So we'll go here, and do we fire on the Owens? I mean, we could go for the Valkyrie. But I honestly feel like that's a better target for some of our long-range units back here. Let's go ahead and fire on the Owens with armor-piercing ammo.
Roger that.
And we hit nothing. Okay.
That didn't hit.
I'm not super shocked. We're mostly still closing in with the Chameleon there. This is our long-range Centurion, and I think it is going to go for the Valkyrie.
Give him everything I've got.
Very nice.
Reporting.
And that's a pilot ejection. That
What do you
is
need?
what I wanted to see. The Wolverine is going to close in down here. It is running fairly hot, as is. Let's just check these hit odds. All fairly mediocre. And I'm a little surprised by that. No sensors. Okay, we failed the sensor roll there. That explains it. We're going to not fire the ER mediums here.
Acknowledge.
Not much damage there, but we did get a head hit.
Nice. Got past the armor.
That's reasonably solid. So phase 16 is going to be the Hadur. I'm not actually sure what weaponry it's got. It could be fairly dangerous. Let's let that close in. I'm assuming it's going to close in here. Yeah. Thermobaric explosions and AP Gauss rifles. That is definitely fairly dangerous.
Waiting for orders.
Okay, so our Hunchback is going to move in over here. And I think we're going to be best off with listen kill ammo on that Hadur. That said, those hit odds are really quite low. Technically, we're best off with listen kill on the Owens. It did some damage there.
Confirmed.
Now our Salamander is going to step forward here. And I think that our best option here is, again, the Owens. Now that did a lot to the Owens. There's no doubt about that.
I hear ya.
Next, we're going to have our Wolverine step out over here. We're going to fire on that Owens just with a single snub-nose PPC. And otherwise sink heat.
Time to die.
I was really hoping that that would hit. We had good odds, but no such luck. Okay. We are going to move in and kick the Owens. This is likely a kill if we hit it, and we did hit it. That's a knockdown anyway.
Solid.
And an ejection. Okay. Pilot ejection. We'll call that good. So we're going to position... Actually, we're just going to back off slightly here and put this Owens, or rather this Ostrak, into an ideal range position here. Do we have no sensors here as well? ECM shield. Okay. That makes sense.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
We got a tag on it. That'll do. The Ostrak will move now. We're in a bit of a dire situation with this Wolverine's heat. So that'll definitely be a thing. And it's going to walk up and melee our Salamander here. That is bold. That's just a 25 damage punch. Oh, that was actually a charge. Okay, so it got a knockdown on the Salamander.
I took a hit in the meat.
Yeah, that'll be fine. We're not having a big issue with that. We're going to walk in with our Midran Centurion here, and we are interested in... That would actually be a charge? Really? So it would. Okay. We're going to position it here, and we're going to fire on that Ostrak's weak arc. Light him up.
Copy that.
Okay.
Scored. Critical.
That'll do. Phase 17, that's going to be their Hadur, which is probably going to go for the Wolverine thermobarically again. And that's going to be some major heat issues for that Wolverine. It actually went for the Chameleon. That's better for us. Way, way better for us.
Pretty damn hot in here.
Now, the Hunchy is going to walk in here and also go for the melee attack here. We do have a physical weapon on this, but we're just going to go for something along the lines of this, and we're looking for a knockdown on that Ostrak. We're not actually expecting a kill here, but that's guaranteed a knockdown. Excellent. Is that a pilot incapacitation? There's already 2 wounds. Yes, it is. I think. Yeah, that's a pilot incapacitation. That's great. Okay, so phase 15, they have their Osiris out there. We'll see what it decides to do. It's actually charging our chameleon. And it hit. That's going to hurt. That's very bad luck there that hit, actually. That was a very long charge.
I'm hit.
Okay, where is that structure exposure? In this torso. Noted.
Aye, aye.
Our Wolverine is going to be forced to move up into these flames.
I'm generating
And we
a lot of
can't
heat.
really shoot because of all of this fire.
My heat sinks can't take
The
much
Salamander
more of
can
this.
stand up, and so it shall. And we're going to step forward to here. The Salamander is going to go for that fast support vehicle. Absolutely. I think... Do we do this in guided mode? Maybe not. Maybe we just arrow for it.
Here we go.
Okay. Solid damage to that armor.
Waiting on you,
The Wolverine is going to close in over here. What are these hit odds? Really, really good. Do we accept this overheat? Yes, we do. This should guaranteed kill that Osiris.
Roger, Commander. I've got the shot.
There we go. One dead Osiris.
Bang! You're dead. All out of SR.
And now this Wolverine will close in over here. This is flames on the way, but that should, in theory, be reasonably okay. We'll not fire the binary laser, but we will fire the 2 ERs and the MRM. Okay, some damage to the Hadur there. It will likely attack the chameleon, and we may end up losing this torso to it. We'll see. If so, I blame the charge. That's only a small heavy laser and a pilot ejection. Okay, so Rain ejected there. It's not
Aye, aye.
that awful. Like, that's an okay move by him, I suppose. Like, that's fine. I'm not going to be too upset about that. We have no real way to get this Centurion into LOS over here, so we're just going to pop some missiles indirect. And a pilot ejection. That's a lot of pilot ejections. Wow. Including one of our own. But just losing a small heavy laser isn't that big of a deal. And we did lose whatever was in that head. I'm not exactly sure what we had in there, but that's okay. So 600k from that. And yeah, that's fair enough. Rain ejecting there was a reasonable call. There was also a crit onto the engine I saw, so yeah, that's fine. It technically wasn't necessary, but I don't blame him. So there are a number of Ostrock parts available here. Now I believe we already have some Ostrock parts. We're going to take both of these. And we'll just get whatever we get here. Yeah, this will be fine. We did get the Clan Arrow 4. That's a pretty big deal, actually. We might want to replace the Salamander's Arrow 4 with a Clan Arrow 4 once we figure out what the difference is anyway. Bolt-on eye rocket is fine. Clan armor does have built-in case. We're going to keep that just in case. No pun intended. Get rid of these jump jets, and Artemis 4 SRM, we'll keep that. So this is going to be a decent amount of time and money to get this one repaired. We did take a decent chunk of damage, particularly from those 2 charges. The reason, like, charges are extremely effective, right? The reason why I don't usually charge is it puts you in a very vulnerable state. You may have noticed that basically immediately after the AI charges us, that unit dies. And that's the reason why I don't usually charge. But there's no doubt about it. It does a lot of damage. But it tends to be a not healthy to your future tactic. 130k in 19 days for repairs. That's really not so bad. Okay, let's do something along the lines of this, I think. Although I want this guy up here. There we go. And we're just going to tick forward here a few days. Okay, so we want to finish the repairs on the Salamander here. There we go. Let's hop into the mech bay here and take a quick look at that. Oh, and I wanted to check to see if we could get Nostrock going too. And the answer to that is maybe... No. We have 3 parts from an Nostrock. Okay, good to know. Well, that gets us even closer. So let's take a look at this Salamander here. And we want to compare the Inner Sphere Aerophore with the Clan Aerophore. So it's slightly higher heat for the Clan Aerophore. 12 tons, 6 slots, versus 15 tons and 7+1 slots. Yup, we're putting the Clan Aerophore in here. Excellent. So with that there, that frees us up 3 tons that we can toss into heat sinks. Now, we do only have Clan heat sinks in here, and we don't have a regular double heat sink kit. That is awkward. So if we were to drop this down to a standard heatsink kit, we're actually down to only 1 ton available. Oh, okay, the Clan heatsink kit is actually weighing less. I didn't realize that. So this means, of course, that we do generate 7 additional heat. We may have to wait on this until we have more heatsink options available. Yeah, I think we will have to wait on that. And that's very unfortunate, but I guess it's fine. So we are going to go ahead and continue to tick forward here for a little bit. Let's go into our barracks and train the mech warriors that are back, though.
I hear you.
So let's see. Anything that we need in here?
I'm ready.
Yeah?
Yep, a point of guts for Panzer. That'll be fine.
Yes, Commander.
And nothing else. Okay. So let's just tick forward here a little bit and get some of these mechs repaired. The accidental smugglers, huh? We're going to keep the bonus supplies. Actually, we're going to return the ammo to the vendor. Okay. No lasting consequences. We didn't need AC5 ammo. Okay, all work orders are now complete. The question is, do we have enough mech warriors to deploy here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So technically we need 2 more mech warriors. Are there 2 more mech warriors available in the hiring hall? Yes, there are indeed. The cheapest ones are Brother and Boot Camp. Fantastic. So that will do. We'll go ahead and check to see if Brother and Boot Camp need any quick training here. Let's see. Yes, actually. Fantastic.
Training complete.
And what about Boot Camp?
Commander.
Yes. Perfect. So we'll get that done, and we are now ready to deploy again. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, this chameleon needs work. It would. Let's go ahead and do this. We've got some time. So we're going to repair this. That was an energy accuracy FCS in there. Okay. And we also ended up losing that small heavy laser. That was expected. I don't know that we have a small heavy laser available. But we can just slap in a small laser and call it good. As far as the FCS goes, do we have an energy accuracy FCS? Maybe. We'll see. Yes. Fantastic. So that's literally back to exactly where it was. It's a little bit underweight, but there's not too much we can do about that. This is a little bit of an underwhelming loadout, isn't it? It certainly is. We're currently very heat efficient. But I don't think we have anything particularly good that we can slot into this. So we'll just call that good for now and get this guy back on his feet. That's going to take 2 days. That's okay. We're fine by that. We've got time. So we're going to tick forward 2 days here. Fantastic. And now we are ready to deploy, so that cut is going in. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.